Hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about integers. We will divide this session into three topics. First, we'll see what are integers. Then we will also see what was the need for a new number type integers. And finally, we will have a look at different situations in our day-to-day life where we use integers. So let's begin with what are integers. In our earlier standards, we have learned about two number types, natural numbers and whole numbers. Let's recollect what we learned about these number types. So natural numbers, they start from 1, they go on 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. So if I have to show these natural numbers on a number line, they will appear like this. So the numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and they go on up to infinity. So we see that the natural numbers move towards right and they are represented by letter n. The second number type which we learned was whole numbers. So when we add 0 to the natural numbers, we get whole numbers. So for that, we'll add a 0 on the left of the natural numbers. Going through 1, 2, 3 up to infinity are whole numbers. And they are represented by letter W. Now for integers, which is the third number type which we are going to learn in this video, we need to go further to the left. And here I mark -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Integers now go from this end to this end. And they are represented by a letter I. Let's put these in different format. First, we'll draw a circle for natural numbers. Now these are natural numbers and we know they are from 1, 2, 3 and up to infinity. Now the next one would be whole numbers. Now whole numbers, we add a 0 to the whole number, so we take a little bigger circle which encompasses the inner circle, and what we add is we add a 0. So all the numbers, these 1, 2, 3 plus 0 forms whole numbers. The third number type which we are talking today is integers. Integers are one more circle outside this, and that's our integers, and we represent it as letter I, and we add -1, -2, -3 and so on. So this is the relationship between the numbers. So we can see natural numbers are part of whole numbers and integers. Integers will consist of all natural numbers. Whole numbers will also consist of all natural numbers. But natural numbers will not consist all whole numbers because 0 is outside the natural numbers. Same way the negative numbers are outside the whole numbers. So whole numbers will not consist integers. Now let's look at what was the need for integers. We started with natural numbers because it was natural for us to count from 1 and onwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a very natural counting method we used when we needed only to count the objects. Then when we started doing small transactions, for example, if I had 3 mangoes and if I eat 3, how many are remaining? We used to say none. But then we wanted to put it in the mathematical format. We needed 0 because 3 minus 3 would be 0. So we added 0 and we had whole numbers. We thought that now we have all the numbers, so whole number set we have. But when the trade increased, there was a need of some other number type, because situations like taking loan from someone. Now if I have 1000 rupees with me, but I have also taken a loan from someone of rupees 2000. So which means though I have these 1000 rupees with me, I also have to give someone 2000 rupees. It means that if I'm representing this as a zero line, then I'm going down. I have 1000 rupees less to pay my loan. So my worth at that time is not 1000 rupees, but my worth is actually 1000 rupees less than 0. Now how to show this 1000 rupees less than 0? And there we thought that we have a need of negative numbers. And that's how we started using a new number type called integers, which included negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. That is all the whole numbers plus also negative numbers. Now let's see some examples where we use integers. Banks. Because banks is where we take a loan from, we save our money. So if I have a saving of, let's say, 5000 rupees, that's my saving. But I also have a loan of 10,000 rupees. So then as per bank, my net worth is minus 5000 rupees. Same way when we talk about profit and loss. Profit and loss. We show profit as positive amount and we show loss as a negative number. Now we use marks in exams. Let's say plus 2 marks for every correct answer, whereas we get minus 2 marks for every wrong answer. In that case, we may land up in getting negative marks. We also have situations where we say score, like a game of golf. In a game of golf, you are supposed to take a certain number of shots to put ball in the hole. But if you take more than those certain number of shots, so let's assume it requires 4 shots to put the ball in the hole. But if I take 5 shots, then it means my score is -1. So these are a few situations where we use integers in our day-to-day life. So as we come to end of this video, we have learned about integers. So what are integers? Integers are a set of numbers from negative infinity going through 0 to positive infinity. What we learned there is integers include all whole numbers, all natural numbers. Then we learned what was the need for integers. We saw that we needed to show certain things which are below 0. And hence we started using negative numbers, and that's how the integer number type came into existence. And then finally we spoke about some examples from our day-to-day life where we use integers. Now in our next video we are going to talk about one important tool. We call it resultant sign chart. This resultant sign chart is very useful in solving the sums related to integers. So before we go to the operations on integers, we will be talking about resultant sign chart in our next video. So don't forget to watch our next video. Until then, goodbye.